All right, let's talk about something that I know keeps a ton of business owners up at night: chasing down late payments. It's stressful, it's awkward, but what if I told you we could turn that whole mess into a smooth, professional, and even automated system that gets you paid on time pretty much every time? Let's get into it.
Okay, so first things first. Before we can even talk about a solution, we have to get real about the size of this problem. And trust me, for so many businesses out there, late payments are way more than just a little annoyance. They are a genuine existential threat.
I mean, just read that. A silent killer. That's that's a pretty heavy statement, right? It's not just that the money is late. Think about the ripple effect. It impacts your ability to pay your own bills, to pay your staff, and forget about investing in growth. It just freezes everything. And look, this isn't just a hunch or a feeling people have. The data is crystal clear. Nearly three-quarters, 3 out of 4, small and medium-sized businesses are juggling overdue invoices. And in some fields, like construction, it's almost everybody, at a staggering 92%. This isn't a fluke. It's a full-blown systemic problem. You know what's really scary, though? This whole thing is actually getting worse. It's speeding up. A 68% jump in payment defaults year over year. That tells you that the pressure on cash flow is getting tighter and tighter. Just waiting to get paid is becoming a massive gamble. So this leads us to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? You absolutely need that cash to operate, but you also can't afford to burn bridges with your customers by being super aggressive. It feels like you're walking a tightrope. I get it. But there is a smart, structured way to handle this. And that answer, my friends, is a process called dunning. Yeah, I know, it sounds like a weird, kind of old-fashioned word, but all it really means is bringing a professional, systematic approach to getting paid. It's about finally moving from that chaotic, stressful chase to a process that's predictable and totally under your control. And I want you to think about it like this, because this is huge. Every single day an invoice goes unpaid past its due date, you are literally giving your customer a free loan. You did the work, you delivered the goods, but they're using your cash. No bank on earth would do that for free, so why on earth should you? And here's the crucial thing to understand. Dunning is not about being mean or aggressive. Not at all. It is a structured process. It's a system. It's all about having a clear, pre-planned roadmap for how you talk to customers about payments, starting with gentle reminders and only escalating if you really have to. And this just lays it out perfectly, right? Over on the left, that's the old way. It's pure chaos. Stressful, you never do it the same way twice, and you risk messing up good customer relationships. But on the right, you have the dunning process. It's structured, it's professional, and because it takes the emotion out of it, it actually protects those relationships and, best of all, gives you predictable cash flow. All right, so what does the system actually look like when you put it into action? Let's pull out the playbook. I'm going to walk you through a simple step-by-step guide that you can actually start using. And here it is, super simple, a 5-stage framework. You see how it starts off really light, a friendly heads up before it's even due? Then a gentle reminder right after, just assuming they forgot. The tone only starts to get a little firmer if the payment is still missing. And then, only then, do you move to a final notice with clear consequences and maybe, as a last resort, a formal handoff. The real magic here is in that gradual, professional escalation. Now check out the tone of this first email. This is so important. It's not a demand for money. It's a helpful service. Just a quick note, that's it. This one little proactive step can stop a huge number of late payments before they even happen. And it makes you look organized and on top of things. Okay, now let's jump ahead to stage 4. What a difference, right? The tone isn't just helpful anymore. It is direct, clear, and totally unambiguous. There are specific consequences and a firm deadline. But see, this isn't some angry threat you typed out in the heat of the moment. It's just the next logical step in your professional process. The customer knows exactly what's happening and why. So, look, having the playbook is one thing. That's great. But making sure it actually works and that you keep your customers happy, well, that's all about how you execute it. So let's cover some of the absolute must-do best practices. These right here are the real keys to making this work. First, keep your messages short, sweet, and to the point. No fluff. And like we said, start early. That gentle nudge before the due date is a game changer. Whenever you can, personalize the message. It just shows you're paying attention. And hey, always try to keep an empathetic tone. You just never know what someone's going through. Then you've got to be consistent. And honestly, the best way to do that, use automation. It ensures you never miss a follow-up and saves you so much time and stress.
I love this because it shows you exactly where things can go wrong and how to fix them. You got different people on your team sending messages with different tones? Nope. Lock it down with templates from one email address. Forgetting to attach the actual invoice? Come on, just automate that. And this one is the most important. Do not bluff, ever. Only state a consequence that you are 100% prepared to see through. Your credibility is everything here.
So after all this, here's the big question. How do you actually know if it's working? You can't just go by feel. You need to measure it. You need a hard number you can look at, track, and actually improve over time. And this is that number. It's called Days Sales Outstanding, or DSO. It's just a simple average of how many days it takes you to get paid after you make a sale. Your entire goal is to drive this number down, as low as you can possibly get it. Think of it as your scorecard. A lower score means you're winning. So let's make this really concrete. Let me introduce you to Graham. He's a flooring contractor, runs a really successful business, but his cash is always locked up. His DSO is a painful 54 days. That means he's waiting almost 2 months to get the money for a job he's already finished and paid for.
And bam, look at the results. After Graham put that simple 5-stage dunning process into place, he absolutely crushed his DSO. He took it from 54 days all the way down to 29. He literally cut his waiting time in half. Think about all that cash that was freed up for him to actually use and grow his business. That right there is the power of having a system.
So, we're going to end right back where we started with one simple, but I think really powerful question. Putting a dunning process in place is really about you making a choice. Are you going to run a business with strong, predictable cash flow, or are you going to keep acting as an interest-free bank for your customers? The choice, and now the tools to fix it, are all yours.